Today I'm talking about the placebo effect. Many people hear the words placebo effect, think they know what it is, and stop listening. That's a mistake. Hello, I'm Brain Coach Brad Pendergraph with Lifetime Optimization. And most people don't understand how astonishing the placebo effect is and what implications it has for our daily life. I want to start by telling you one of my favorite stories about placebo effect. There was a fabulous early study that was done on subjects who were highly responsive to the chemical in poison ivy. Now the study was done in Japan, so it wasn't actually using poison ivy, it was using a lacquer leaf, but I'll call it poison ivy for ease of conversation. In the study, 13 subjects who were highly responsive would break out wildly to poison ivy in the wild were taken, and on one arm they were touched with a leaf that was a harmless cedar leaf, but they were told it was poison ivy. And on the other arm they were touched with poison ivy, but they were told it was a harmless cedar leaf. So what happened? On the arm where they were touched with a harmless leaf, all 13 subjects broke out, and all but 2 broke out wildly. What about on the other arm where they were actually touched with the poison ivy leaf? Well, there, only 2 subjects had any response. 11 of the 13 subjects, their brain shut down the response based on expectations, and they had no allergic response. So it's an amazing story of the brain's ability to determine what happens in the body. Irregardless of the stimulus, the brain determined whether to have an allergic reaction or not to have an allergic reaction. Alright, so it's an astounding story, but what does it have to do with your daily life? Well, 2 things. First, it can cause you to wonder what issue or problem in your life is actually being caused or maintained by a negative placebo effect. That is being caused, the outbreak, so to speak, in your life is being caused by your expectations, and it would be completely different if you had no expectations about what would be happening. Secondly, there are ways to activate the positive placebo effect in our lives. How do we do that? There appear to be at least 3 principles occurring in the brain in the development of the positive placebo effect. The first is attention. There's been research that shows that our attention can be a gatekeeper to brain and physiological processes. They turn on or off based on whether or not we're paying attention. Secondly, the expectation appears to be activating some of the processes that are activated by visualization. Visualization has been shown to fire off the same neurons that an actual activity does, such that visualization is as if you're practicing, you're doing it ahead of time. Third is the power of brain conditioning. The brain can be conditioned to respond to certain experiences automatically. I'd like to encourage you to join me at my upcoming workshop, where I'll be giving concrete, quick strategies to utilize all 3 of these principles to rewire your brain for peak performance.